Michigan's Jordan Poole releases the winning shot against Houston in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Riedel, AP, Loyola's Donte Ingram's three-pointer knocks out Miami in the first round 2 days earlier. Ronald Martinez, Getty Images. The combination of gathered tension and free unwinding makes the buzzer beater such an interesting shot to replay. Take Loyola Chicago's Donte Ingram, jabbing one foot on the March Madness logo near center court with 2.5 seconds left, and then rising in the air and ruffling the net calmly from 30 feet as if he was dropping the ball off on the way to dinner. Nothing special about the shot at all, except the time on the clock and the way it ended, sending his team so improbably forward in the NCAA tournament. Shot Dr. Ben Sullivan collects buzzer beaters. Every time somebody hits a game winner in the final seconds, the Atlanta Hawks assistant coach goes to the tape and dissects it frame by frame. Sullivan, who is renowned for upping the percentages of players such as Kent Bazemore, says there are common characteristics to buzzer beaters, even the ones that look desperate, such as that split-legged jumping jacker that Michigan freshman Jordan Poole sank to beat Houston and carry his team to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. If you freeze the tape, the split second they are actually shooting, their body is on balance and their eyes are on target, Sullivan said. Their eyes are at rim, they can see it. They get themselves on balance for just long enough to shoot it. The analytics folks always are debating whether there is such a thing as clutch. Clutch deniers argue that athletes tend to perform statistically at about the same level in regular situations as they do under pressure, and that we overemphasize the last shot. So what? That entirely misses the point. Clutch describes a set of stresses that simply don't exist earlier in the game. It's well worth examining and even anatomizing how people can manage to make their arms and legs work in the most important moment, with stakes and pressures at their highest. A buzzer beater is a marriage of mechanics and mindset, both of which can be taught, and even imported by us commoners. Young ballplayers seem to be realizing this, and increasingly practicing their minds as much as their boss, employing cognitive training along with 1,000 shots or weight training. I consider the vast majority of what I do to be mental, Sullivan said. Sports psychologist Graham Betchert, founder of a company called Lucid, has been teaching the buzzer beater state of mind to young ballplayers for some years now, building a stable of clients that includes Tyus Battle of Syracuse, as well various NBA ERs such as Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Ben Simmons, Karl Anthony Towns, and Aaron Gordon. Betchert uses a variety of cognitive techniques including yoga and meditation to attain presence, that alert but restful state, a less woo-woo term for which is concentration. The player who makes a buzzer beater, he contends, is not pre-living or reliving, rather, he has been trained to de-escalate the event and take his mind off results, the thinky state that can freeze a player with a fear of consequences, such as the impact on draft status, or a contract. To the buzzer-beating player, failure is not missing the shot, it's, I didn't take it. Betchert says. It's a complete shift, where everyone else is obsessed with winning and losing, which is paralyzing. People who have a hard time being present are afraid of the results. The mindset can't be trained overnight. Betchert starts working with athletes when they are teenagers. He has coached Battle since he was in high school and Gordon since he was 14, and may not see the full results until they are collegians or pros, he said. He begins with visualization. Be where your feet are, he tells them. What do you see right now? 9 players and the refs, that's what's happening. Nothing else. The buzzer beater doesn't consider himself lucky or desperate. He has the ability to set his body on default to achieve a state that Dan Peterson labels automaticity. Peterson, who co-authored The Playmaker's Advantage with noted sport performance scientist Leonard Zachkowski, said, he's not thinking at all about mechanics, the release point, where he is on floor. Listen to Poole talk about that last shot. I've been hitting shots like this all year in practice, he said. I saw it. I looked at the board. I knew what I was supposed to be doing. This composure is reliant, of course, on conditioning. There is being willing to do it, and then there is being able, Sullivan said. A buzzer beater has an essential economy and clarity that's learned only through mundane but intense repetition, hours and hours of diligently working on your craft, so when you get to that moment, you aren't thinking, how I'm holding ball, am I learning back or leaning forward, Sullivan said. Automaticity starts with the feet on takeoff, which in turn align the shooting